challenging you. Hello, this is MrChabry. Let's look at this team. Oh, this is actually a scary team too. We're actually going to get to see Glastier in action. So yeah, I like that idea of leading Lando and then U-turning. I like that idea. Gotta watch out for Urshifu. That thing's pretty scary too. And Ditto, if you're not careful, Ditto can reverse sweep you. Luckily, I only really have one Pokemon that would set up anyway, so I don't really think I have to worry about Ditto that much. And this person's got the what's his face as the card. Don't even remember what that character is. Uncle Grandpa or something like that. Alright, well, let's see here, let's see here. There's the Urshifu. The dark type Urshifu. Okay. So Intimidate doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing because this thing can always crit with that one move. So Urshifu. We could take a Wicked Blow. And what would Rocks help? Against Zapdos, surely, yeah. I might click Earthquake here, get Chip on this thing. We can take one Wicked Blow. Yeah, alright. And an Earthquake, just for good measure. Bring it down to half. Okay. I like the idea of going Primarina, I think. Primarina? That's probably not a good idea because a Poison Jab will one-shot us. I mean, I'll click Rocks, but I really not much we can do at this point. Can't save Lando. There's nothing that wants to switch in. I just mainly wanted that chip damage. And with that, now we can go into Rotom and get a nice Thunderbolt. And that Thunderbolt should finish it off. Oh, it's going to be a roll. We'll have to Overheat, because Overheat will safely knock this thing out. Thunderbolt, it's actually to a roll at this point, so we're going to Overheat for safety. Alright. Oh, hello, Swampert. For Swampert, I think I gotta go Roserade always on this thing. Go Roserade always on this thing. Then we can throw an Energy Ball at this thing if we need to. There's Liquidation. No, it still does nasty damage. Any drawback to Energy Balling here? Yeah, the Zap could come in. Pretty much block us. I feel like I still gotta go for it though. Just because Swampert is such a big threat, I've gotta click it at least. We'll see. There's the Zap. Of course Zap's coming out. See how much it does. That did okay damage. More than I thought it would. I thought it'd be way lower than that. We'll go Rotom to take the expected. I bet it's going to be like a Hurricane is what we're going to get hit with. We're going to get hit with a Hurricane. The Rotom, actually, thinking about it, does pretty well against Zapdos. Yeah. So I can Overheat again, maybe? I don't want a Thunderbolt just because Swampert coming in would be annoying. And that's a switch game that I end up losing eventually, trying to switch Roserade in on that. So, I like the idea of just overheating, maybe. Roost? Okay, you're on a roost here. And you're faster, too, which is an interesting thing to keep note of. Nice, that's nice damage. Alright, there's no way you're staying in. There's no way you're staying in. Alright, should I take the risky play and go into Roserade? I think so. I think we're going to see Swampert come out right now. So I think it's worth the risk play. I don't think we're going to see a Hurricane. Alright, there's Roost. A Sludge Bomb does about 75 at most. Hopefully it's not healing more than that. Oh, we'll go back into Rotom then. Yeah, I don't want to get hit with a Hurricane ever. Dynamax. Alright, what do we do? What are you going to do? Hurricane, Max Lightning. Okay, we resist that. Yeah, we resist that. That's best case scenario for us, this thing just doing this Dynamax here. Because then we can chunk some hits from this thing. We can chunk hits from this thing. I gotta lock myself into. I'll lock myself into Thunderbolt. I just want this thing to burn up its turns of Dynamax here. I want to be able to chip it down to where we can finish it off. Do I take the risky play of going into Nidoking here? Oh gosh, it's not a good risk to take. I think I gotta make the risky play though. Go Nidoking. Expecting another Thunderbolt. That's what I'm predicting, a Thunderbolt. Go for that Thunderbolt, buddy. Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We just sacked off one of our most important Pokemon. That's okay. That's not the end of the world. Everyone does it, right? Okay. Fish Sharp. So, at +2, we can one-shot this thing. I think that's what we'll do. I think we're going to see a Roost on this thing. I think it's pretty obvious we're going to see a Roost because Sucker Punch would one-shot this thing. So if we can get a Swords Dance here while it roosts. Oh, I'm being outplayed, man. I'm being outplayed. Being outplayed. I could have Sucker Punched and it would have got rid of this thing. I would have got rid of this thing. Now I gotta rely on Roserade to take out a Zapdos. Now I made some really bad plays. I was on the thought that my opponent would roost there. Because, oh well, a Sucker Punch would have been so obvious. But unfortunately for me, my opponent decided on that one turn to Heat Wave instead of roosting. I should have went Sucker Punch. I think that's what cost me the game. That's what cost me the game here. That's cost me the game, literally. We'll take a Thunderbolt. We should. We've got the Vest. Hydro Pump. Just in case my opponent switched. No, there's no way we're winning this, but we'll fight to the end. Me not clicking Sucker Punch was the game, I think. I should have clicked Sucker Punch and we'd still be in this game. We'd still have Roserade. We'd have something for this thing. Yeah, I'll just Dynamax here. I don't think it matters. Not much else I can even do. Not much else I can do. I should have Dynamax too. I did not play this game to the best of my abilities. Did not play it to the best of my abilities, unfortunately. But we will outspeed because we are faster. Hopefully we one-shot this thing with a Max Geyser. Oh no. And we're going to go down to high horsepower, of course. Why wouldn't we? And Rotom doesn't do anything else, so unfortunately we're going to lose. I really wanted to see what this thing does. It gets an attack boost. We'll go down with Foul Play, I guess. Yeah, we'll just let ourselves go down to Foul Play. Because Swampert comes in and kills us off anyway, so unfortunately for us. What I should have done was click Sucker Punch. I know in my head, Roost was such a big problem for me because if Zapdos healed up and I didn't have a way to one-shot it, if I lost my way of one-shotting it after it healed up, that would have been even worse for me. But my opponent, instead of going for the Roost, decided to just attack. If I click Sucker Punch, Zapdos would have been gone and I would not have lost Roserade there. But that's unfortunate. But we did put up a fight. It was pretty much 50-50 on what happened on that turn. I mean, if we clicked Sucker Punch and my opponent roosted, we would probably have lost then. And that's what I was thinking was going to end up happening. I was just hoping, so hopeful we could get that Swords Dance and then Sucker Punch to sweep. Anyway, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. I will see you in the next Pokemon video.